Tote Placepot headed by number 1 Calicon, ridden by Jim Frost. 2 is Carbisdale, Brendan Powell. 3 midfielder Peter Hobbs. 4 Philosophos, Willie McFarland. Number 5 Bound and Duty, Mark Perrott. 6 is Celtic Boy, Declan Murphy. 7 Dara Fort, Jamie Osborne. 8 Pershing, Joe Lodder. Number 9 is Here He Comes, Luke Harvey. 10 Ruyan, Billy Morris. And number 11 Sharp Justice, ridden by Richard Dunwoody. 11 runners then for this, the Tote Placepot hurdle.
And here's how they bet. General Pershing, the 3-to-1 favourite. Dara Fort and Sharp Justice, both 11-2 from 5-1. Calicon is 6-1 from 5s. And midfielder Steady on 11-2. Bound and Duty 8-1 from 7s. Carbisdale 14-1 with Here He Comes at 20s. Celtic Boy 25-1. And Royan is 33s from 25s. And the extreme outsider is Philosophos at 40-1. They're all quoted.
These 11 runners, they have a total of 8 flights of hurdles in front of them. Celtic Boy out to the right, just turning back. Those right up there in the firing line, waiting for a good break, include the favourite, General Pershing, nearest to us, number 8. Slightly different colours to those listed in most papers. Yellow with a blue hoop and armlets now instead of the other way around. There's the starter, Sir John Guys, in the background, and he gets them away. So 2 miles to travel in this listed Tote Placepot hurdle, and on the run to the first flight, the field pretty closely grouped together with the leaders, including the favourite, General Pershing, with Here He Comes, and also right up there to Carbisdale, and on the near side Calicon. Between them and also well placed is Dara Fort. Towards the middle of the field, over on the inside come Ruyan and Bound and Duty, and the last 2 are Sharp Justice and finally Celtic Boy. All standing after taking the first 2. And over on the inside, spot that white noseband. That's the favourite, General Pershing, who is just about the leader. General Pershing, in fact, by a good length and a half now to 2. From Here He Comes in second place. Disputing third for the north is Carbisdale with Calicon. Then in 5th place on the outside comes Bound and Duty. Then right against the rails, Ruyan with Philosophos next. And after these come midfielder with Dara Fort. The last 2 are Sharp Justice. And finally, in 11th place is Celtic Boy. That's the order as they now run towards flight number 3, with General Pershing and Joe Lodder continuing to make it. General Pershing coming to this one with a definite lead. Over in second place, I'd say Carbisdale just from on the inside just after these. Here He Comes, also right up there, still another one nose-banded. That's Calicon the Chestnut. Wider still is Bound and Duty. Bound and Duty on duty here for Guy Harwood in place of Royal Square. All these very closely bunched as they come to the next turn. General Pershing on the inside, joined and just passed now by Carbisdale. So it's Carbisdale taking a narrow lead ahead of the favourite, but right with these 2 still is Calicon. Only just behind them in 4 comes Bound and Duty. 5, Here He Comes. 6, the outsider, Philosophos. In 7th place is midfielder. Then 8, Ruyan. 9 is Sharp Justice. 10 now Celtic Boy, and relegated to 11th and last is Dara Fort. They have a long run before they get to the next, which will be flight number 5, but they're just past halfway now in this listed Tote Placepot hurdle. And now the field in line for the 5th flight. General Pershing again has moved up to dispute, and the faller there is midfielder, a crashing fall too. And midfielder has gone at that flight, and the jockey, in fact, is just getting to his feet. That's Peter Hobbs, so good news for supporters of Peter. Meantime, up front, Carbisdale once again with General Pershing and Calicon. These are the first 3. Bound and Duty next, very close in 4. 5 is Philosophos, and 6, Here He Comes. In 7th place and making headway now comes Sharp Justice. These have gone clear of Celtic Boy with Ruyan and Dara Fort, who is still last of all. Coming now to the 3rd flight from home, and the leaders there are Carbisdale still. Carbisdale, who has gone on with Calicon, and General Pershing, the favourite, as you can spot, is just moving backwards somewhat now. General Pershing, in fact, very much so. He's back in 5th place, if not 6th, as they make this the final turn with Carbisdale and Calicon. These 2, nothing between the pair. Carbisdale to the north under Brendan Powell, Calicon and Jim Frost. These 2 are together, but Bound and Duty is making good ground now up on the outside under Mark Perrott. Also running prominently and belying his odds is the outsider Philosophos. They're levelling up now for the final 2 flights. And as they approach the 7th flight, the leaders range right across the course. Calicon in the center on the near side of the red colors. That's Philosophos, and it's the outside who's going to jump first. Philosophos over just the leader from Calicon. A bad mistake by Bounden Duty. He's almost gone. In fact, he's finally unshipped his rider. Mark Perrett couldn't retain the partnership. He was back in about 5th place, but it's Philosophos here who's going to cause a surprise if he jumps the last right, which he does, from Calicon, and then Carbisdale after them. Here he comes, a disappointing favourite, General Pershing, but it's Philosophos being ridden right out now by Willie McFarland, and he's going to take the Tote Placepot hurdle in great style from Calicon. So a shock result here at Kempton Park. It's Philosophos, the rank outsider, who gets there from Calicon in 2nd place, then Carbisdale, Sharp Justice 4, 5 is the disappointing General Pershing, who was sent off as favourite, and then in 6th place here he comes. 7 and 8 are Ruyan and Celtic Boy, and they're the only ones who come in. Darafort was pulled up. That's Bounden Duty's rider, Mark Perrett, who made valiant attempts to retain the partnership with his mount, but finally gravity told, and he just couldn't hang on any longer, and he came down, but as you saw, he's all right. But this is the winner, Philosophos, in those red and white colours. The result of the race confirmed as first, number 4, Philosophos, owned in partnership by Mr. P. Slade and Mr. J.H. Baker. That's John Baker, who trains him at Tiverton down in Devon, and a 20th winner for Willie McFarland. Second, number 1, Calicon, the mount of Jim Frost. Third was number 2, Carbisdale with Brendan Powell. Fourth, number 11, that was Sharp Justice, the SP, as follows.
Second, number 1, Calicon, 13-2. And third, number 2, Carbisdale, returned at 12-1. Number 8, General Pershing, was the 11-4 favourite. The Tote returns win, £102.70, places 12.70, 2.20 and 4.30. The dual forecast paid £376.30 and 11 rounds.